there's a percentage of us in this world. Well, I think we're in this COVID, there's 3 categories. There's the ones that absolutely categorically don't believe any of the information that we're being told by the news, the media, the newspapers, and we can outright see what is going on in front of his eyes. We can see a completely different vision. It literally is like putting another pair of glasses on. And you've got those on the fence who think something's wrong, and they'll go into a shop with a mask on because they're frightened deaf of what a few people in queue or someone in the shop might say to them. So they don't want to be standing out and, oh, I'd rather do this because I don't want the grief. This type of thing. I've heard umpteen people say. And then you've got the outright moron idiots who are complete sheep, who suck up and soak everything up like a sponge, completely what they are told. People just don't look into history of what's gone on in the history of my lifetime. What happened in them? Cameras just fell. Bradson! Bradson! Come here. In my lifetime, sorry about that, the camera fell and my dog just ran off. You know what happened in America? They even put it out on the news years later that there was never any weapons of mass destruction. That's openly admitting the war was a complete fraud. Not that some of us who were awake already knew that. But how can you believe your government again now, even you know, all these years later, from what you're being told? Well, let's not forget the swine flu a number of years ago. A very brave woman called Jane Burgermeister made it her mission to expose the swine flu, and she's had a lot of stick since. That turned out to be a complete pack of lies. So why in the God's name should we believe this CV that it's real? We all know that you become a target when you speak the truth, and that's the way it's become. Truth, speaking truth, telling the truth is a crime. Thinking is a crime. Look what's going on down London now. Absolutely atrocious. Arresting innocent people for doing what they believe their God-given right, and I stand by every one of them. Think something's wrong and your life has been plunged into a tyrannical system, or your way of life has been eroded, which it is, every day that goes by right now, you feel that you're compelled to rise and speak out and say something about it. What's the crime in that? These police now, they're not doing the job properly, what they're supposed to be doing at all. Serve and protect. Harm, loss or injury, isn't it? That's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? Oh no, they're serving for corruption now, and we've clearly seen that with the Black Lives Matter. All the George Floyd bloody garbage. They'll take a knee and let Black Lives Matter go ahead. No problem at all. Don't say nothing. Don't worry about no social distancing over there with the Black Lives Matter stuff. But you hold a protest, stand up for your civil rights, your civil liberties, because you feel something is very, very unjust, which it is in this country right now, and the police are coming down on you, no matter who you are. People in the 70s being arrested. swear this time in this video because I usually do a lot of swearing. Where do we go from here, folks? The train just going by. Where do we go from here, folks? With this. People say, go to this town, go to that town. Protest. Well, personally speaking, I think protests are a waste of time to some degree. You take a look at France, what they're doing. They've gone all out on a mission. And some other countries, we've got nothing else to lose now but go all out rebellion. We've got nothing to lose. What else can you have taken away from you when your whole life has been reconstructed and removed from you? There's nothing else much more you can actually lose, is there? Just going down in the street, holding up a placard, being good girls and boys, and then go home and watch Coronation Street in EastEnders doesn't seem the way to me. We need a civil unrest. That's what we need. 24/7 to let this government know we ain't taking this shit no more. We ain't taking it and we ain't having it. I would join forces with all that if we did, but I'm not. I just don't feel to just go and stand there at a protest when a side of people just don't swinging a placard around, you know. Something needs to happen. I tell you something, time's running out, people. They've already set out the agenda, the NWO, to change the world within the next 10 years. They've given themselves 10 years to do it. It's not Agenda 21 now, it's Agenda 30. I believe Agenda 21 was the swine flu. That's what I do truly believe. And it failed, so they've had to reschedule, come up with some other justification, problem, reaction, solution, and now it's the COVID. And they give themselves 10 years to achieve the lockdown grid, basically, of the whole planet. And what is it that these idiots and these sheep don't really get about that? What is it that they don't get? Everything's in your face, everything you can look up. And I have noticed they've started using all the words that we're using. I watched Jeremy Vine this morning. Jeremy Vine. And they were calling Piers Morgan a cove idiot for not getting in a car with a face mask on. They're starting to use our terms now. That's so that when you look up cove idiots or whatever term we use for our true meanings, you're not going to find the exact true meaning, because they've hijacked it. They've hijacked it. It's like conspiracy theory. They've hijacked that, and so in the mix now is the media and the news. Conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory. Whereas 2 years or something ago, you typed in conspiracy theory, you'd get the true conspiracy theory, what you were exactly looking up. You ain't getting that now, because that's in the mix. They hijack it for that reason, to jumble it all up. Anyone searching the truth, you're going to get their bit now. Piers Morgan, cove idiot for getting in a taxi without a mask on. Calling him a cove idiot for that? No, it's the other way around. What we call it, you're a cove idiot for sucking up what you've been told, the narrative, for listening to the garbage what you listen to when you turn your TV on. They've taken over everything. All the Coronation Street, EastEnders, Home and Away, Hollyoaks, they're just a few. They took over all of them to put across the brainwashing. All the signs are in there, in all the programmes now, no matter what the subject. Homophobic, gays, transgender, they've all carried these little scripts to push further these agendas. And it's very easy to see for people who understand. Anyway, this only records for 20 minutes. I'll leave it there. I've missed everyone because I've missed talking to people on YouTube for the sake of my own sanity. Because we all talk to each other, and it's, you know, I think we just get a bit of console from listening to other people's views and understanding that you're not alone in this. Like Vernon Coleman says, we are not alone, and we're not when we talk to each other. But I would strongly advise try and subscribe to my other channel. I've got a few other channels on YouTube. I'm on brand YouTube, BitChute, but I've not done out on BitChute yet. But subscribe to my other YouTube channel, because the main one is likely going to go down pretty soon. They've just put me back on after 3-month ban, but they'll likely take it down anytime now. Quite possibly. Just keep striking it or then remove it, one or the other. They try and get rid of us all eventually. PK's just had his main channel removed. I haven't seen him for a week or two now, and he's probably clearly pissed off, because it does kick you in the nuts and you feel a bit down about it, because you're being the target. You're a target, you know. It's annoying. What can we do, folks? It's do or die situation. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Try and wake up all the idiots